Have you ever wondered, why do we laugh? And what makes things funny? While these two concepts are very different, it's almost impossible to explain one without the other. Sure, a joke can make you laugh, but the absence of laughter doesn't make something not funny. Similarly, just because we laugh, it might not be because of something comedic. To find out more about this subject, I asked the people of London, and this is what they had to say.
I think it's. Oh, why do we laugh? That's such a deep question.
Good question.
I don't know. Is it as a way to connect, maybe?
Sometimes we laugh when we are nervous, so sometimes we just need to release the tension in the atmosphere.
Something that you recognize something in someone else, or you recognize yourself in.
That's a very good answer.
To get rid of misery, to get your mind on good things.
That or you're nervous. I definitely laugh a lot when I'm nervous.
What do you think about humor? What do you think makes something funny?
Sometimes unexpectedness, when you unexpect the outcome, or basically something that breaks the boundaries in our mental boundaries, I guess.
Something maybe like the familiar paired with the unexpected, something like that.
If someone falls or something, it makes me laugh and it's funny for me in a way.
Well, humor is subjective. I guess it depends on
Stop
everyone.
it! Stop the video! Leia hit the nail on the head. Humor is subjective. What might be funny for me might not be funny for you, and vice versa. Thinkers, psychologists, and philosophers have long been on the hunt to find the one theory that explains it all. And, spoilers, they haven't got it. But there are loads of theories on why we find things funny. And today, I'm going to introduce you to the three most established ones, the holy trinity of humor theories, if you like.
But deliver us.
And how could I start with anything else but the superiority theory, the granddaddy of all humor theories? It's been around since ancient times, when Greek philosophers like Plato and Aristotle wrote about the cathartic power of humor. However, it wasn't until the 19th century that the superiority theory really took hold, thanks to thinkers like Herbert Spencer and Sigmund Freud. You know, the guy who thinks you do your own mum. Thomas Hobbes wrote that laughter is nothing else but sudden glory arising from some sudden conception of some eminency in ourselves, by comparison with the infirmity of others or with our own formerly. In English, that is, we find things funny because we feel superior to others or our former self. What I love about Hobbes' explanation there is that it addresses laughter that arises from non-comedic situations too. Think about winning a trophy. There's nothing funny about it, yet people often laugh with excitement because they're so happy, because they beat everyone, because they feel superior.
I win!
Consider this joke. What's the difference between the Belgians and the French? The French have got nice neighbors. The Belgians will probably find this funny, and some French might too, even though it's making fun of them. But just to be fair, let's switch these around. The joke still works. In fact, you can insert pretty much any neighboring country, especially European ones. Despite many considering the superiority theory to be the be-all and end-all theory,
King in the castle, king in the castle. I have a chair, I have a chair.
it has its limitations. Therefore, it is not the messiah for humor, but it rather offers a better way to describe one sort of comic amusement we may have to a specific kind of humor. Let's look at this pun. A friend was in a theater production about English language puns. It was a play on words. It's really unclear who we should feel superior to here. A pun like this might be better explained by the incongruity theory, which is also not a new idea, and its roots can also be traced back to the same two Greek dudes. Damn, these ancient Greeks. The theory suggests that we find something funny when our expectations are subverted. Aristotle, in his work Poetics, argued that comedy involves a fault or ugliness which is not painful or destructive. In other words, something unexpected or out of place that's not offensive. And this bit is important because we find different things offensive. We differ in what's acceptable to each and every one of us. We have a set of ideas about how the world we live in should work, and when those ideas, norms, and logic are violated, we find it incongruous, and it makes us laugh. My dog used to chase people on a bike a lot. It got so bad I had to take his bike away. This joke is funny because it gives the dog human-like abilities. So when animals can talk, toddlers do adult things, we say one thing but we mean another, irony, we laugh because it goes against our ideas about how the world should be. Or do we laugh? Put your hand on your heart. How many times did you actually laugh out loud when you texted an LOL to a meme a friend sent you? Nowadays, when I find something funny, I just let an excess amount of air out of my nose. And then there are the people who just say that's funny instead of laughing. Also known as psychopaths.
That's funny.
Still, laughing is important. It reduces stress, strengthens the immune system, it makes us feel good. We seek out opportunities to laugh by going to the stand-up show, watching comedy movies, and when we tell jokes. And the relief theory, also known as the tension release theory, is concerned with just that, laughter. The theory suggests that laughter and humor serve as a release of pent-up psychological energy. We experience tension or anxiety in response to various stimuli, and laughter serves as a way to release that tension and restore a sense of psychological balance. Simply put, humor is the tool that twists the pressure valve, laughter is the steam escaping. Freud specifically highlights aggressive and sexual tension building up at the workplace. Joking around then occurs when we realize that we are allowed to delight in taboo matters. And this explains nervous laughter and why some people like fart jokes. These two studies relating to the relief theory found that laughter can trigger the release of endorphins and that humor can help reduce levels of the stress hormone cortisol and boost the immune system. This study found that people are more likely to laugh at jokes that make fun of someone else's mistakes or misfortunes, particularly if they believe they are better off than the target of the joke. And these two studies found that people were more likely to find jokes funny when there was an unexpected twist involved. Just between us, this shows if you look long enough, you will find an academic paper that supports whatever you believe in. So, what's the final verdict on why we find things funny? Well, we don't really know. Isn't that funny? Despite me calling the above theories, they're really just ideas, and none of them are precise enough to be the one theory. But because for now we don't have a single answer, it can be helpful to think of these three theories working together. The incongruity theory focuses on the cognitive aspects, the mental processes that take place in the brain. The superiority theory is concerned with the emotive side of things, how humor makes us feel, and the relief theory covers the physical side of comic amusement, laughter itself. I hope you learned something and found this valuable, hell, even entertaining. Alright, bye.
Excuse me, could I ask you a few questions about humor?